There's an open seat on Oklahoma Supreme Court after voters narrowly chose to get rid of one long-serving justice last November.
And now one of the finalists to get that seat, a lawyer with some interesting connections that are raising red flags for people, including a former Republican attorney general. News 4's Spencer Humphrey is here to tie it all together for us. Spencer.
Yeah, guys, that lawyer who could soon fill that vacant seat on our state's Supreme Court has done a lot of work for the very group that led the charge urging people to create that vacancy in the first place. Remember this?
You have the power to remove all three.
That ad that ran before the November election, urging you to remove 3 Oklahoma Supreme Court justices.
Is it any surprise all 3 are activist liberal judges?
Dave Bond led the dark money group behind the ad.
A lot of Oklahomans are interested to know that there's still 4 justices on their state Supreme Court who were appointed by Democrat governors.
And his ad paid off. In November, voters chose to remove one of those justices. Now it's time for Governor Stitt to fill that vacancy. And this month, the state's Judicial Nominating Commission, or JNC, handed Stitt a list of 3 finalists he can pick from. The JNC is a nonpartisan group made up of several lawyers, as well as people appointed by the governor, the House Speaker, and Senate President Pro Tem. Political analyst and occasional Flashpoint host Jeff Barong says Oklahomans voted to create the JNC after a bribery scandal plagued the state Supreme Court in the 1960s.
Oklahoma in general is regarded as having, a very nonpartisan judiciary.
Among the 3 finalists the JNC gave Stitt are 2 judges who currently preside over lower courts in the state. The third one, though, is a private attorney who has never been a judge.
I was surprised.
A bit concerning for former state AG Mike Hunter.
It's important for somebody to have worn a black robe, to have heard arguments, to have interacted with attorneys as a judge, in my opinion.
That lawyer's name is Travis Jett. Court records show Jett has spent quite a bit of time representing a group called the Oklahoma Council of Public Affairs, or OCPA.
They are a conservative think tank.
Barong says OCPA plays a decent influence on the policies some of Oklahoma's more conservative lawmakers end up supporting.
They think that the JNC they don't like it. So if you're wanting judges that have an ideological bent, you don't like something like the JNC.
Bond's ad also made that argument.
All 3 nominated by the unelected liberal Judicial Nominating Commission.
See, Bond is OCPA's vice president. He's helped lead OCPA's lobbying arm with lawsuits trying to stop things like Medicaid expansion and teacher pay raises from getting on Oklahoma ballots. Some of those lawsuits made it to the state Supreme Court, and the attorney who represented and made arguments for Bond and OCPA in those cases? Travis Jett.
The whole plan was they singled out these 3 justices who they did not like. They wanted them to be more conservative activist judges. They singled them out. They said, we're going to run this campaign against them so that Governor Stitt, the hope would be that he can appoint someone who will be more in line with what their views were.
Of course, Stitt could very well go with one of the other 2 options. He has until May 12th to decide. Still, for Hunter, it's a concerning precedent.
Ronald Reagan said, look, if I'm in court before a judge, I don't want a Republican, I don't want a Democrat, I don't want a conservative or liberal. I want somebody who's going to follow the law.
Now, I wanted to speak with Jett and Bond for this story. I did reach out to both of them, but I never heard back.